thought about what your dream car is? Maybe a Rolls Royce or a Lamborghini. Probably something along those lines, right? Fast, flashy, and above all, very expensive. For most people, that seems to be the way it goes. However, for some incredibly creative people out there, money isn't stopping them. And instead of just going out and purchasing their dream cars, they get their hands dirty and set out to build them. While you'll probably never be lucky enough to see these cars in action, we've done the hard work for you. And today we're going to take a look at some of the most incredible, extreme, and downright unbelievably cool handmade cars the world has ever seen. Ready to be amazed? Let's get it on. Lamborghini Aventador. Many people dream of having a Lamborghini, but by the basic rules of economics, most people will never be able to afford one. While most people will call it a dream car, for Russian YouTuber and mechanic Ilya Strekalovsky, that just wasn't enough. Ilya decided that a Lamborghini wouldn't just be a dream car, it would be a dream project, and so he set to work constructing his very own Lamborghini Aventador. Believe it or not, this insane blue supercar is built out of the basic components and engine of a Nissan Maxima, while the body was handcrafted and custom mounted by Ilya himself, as he details over the course of several months in several videos on his channel. To up the performance of the Maxima engine, Ilya handcrafted any pieces he couldn't find secondhand, or any that really just didn't exist because there isn't exactly a big market for handmade Lamborghinis out there. The homemade Aventador commonly turns heads whenever it hits the streets, and I totally understand why. You could stare at this car all day and never think it was anything less than the original Italian supercar.
Problems are solved. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back.
All in all, it just goes to show that you don't have to shell out $250,000 to get your dream car. You've just got to call upon your inner Tony Stark. Russian Cybertruck. Enter Garage 54, a Russian YouTube channel run by a rather ingenious auto mechanic who takes on a ton of original car building projects. After seeing the hype around the Cybertruck, Garage 54 set to work on making their own version of it. And at first glance, you might actually just think this is an unfinished test model from the Tesla factory itself. But take a closer look, and you'll realize that this is far from any regular old prototype.
Tight, yeah!
Made from the body of a UAZ van in actual scrap metal, the polished angular body really does match the look of Elon's crazy concept. While not everything about the car is perfect, for example, it has no doors, so passengers have to climb in through the hatchback, it's actually totally drivable, and has caused quite a stir on social media whenever passerbys in rural Russia see a car that shouldn't even be available in major cities for another year casually riding around. While this custom may be cool, I think I'll probably wait around for the real thing. Vader. Suicide Squad was many things, but this isn't a movie review channel. No, we're talking about cool handmade cars. And believe it or not, Suicide Squad actually featured a pretty amazing one. No matter what you thought of the Joker's redesign, you've got to admit that his purple supercar looks amazing. While at first glance this might just seem like a tricked out Aventador or Lycan, like something out of Fast and Furious, but actually this car, better known as the Vader, can be yours too for about the same price as a Toyota Prius. How is this possible? Look through the dreams and hard work of Matt McEntegart, car designer extraordinaire. Matt runs a custom car shop with the idea of bringing supercar levels of luxury to the average consumer. By stripping down all the body plating of average, affordable cars, he creates blank canvases on which to build whatever he can dream of for little more than the cost of fiberglass and paint. And with its sleek body and crazy handling on the road, it's easy to see why the Vader was the perfect pick for the kind of car the Joker might rip through the streets of Gotham in. Just remember, if someone tells you that you'll never be able to achieve your dreams, follow Matt's example and just make it happen on your own. Maverick flying car. At first glance, you might think the Maverick just looks like an antique car from the 1920s, but look a little harder and you might see... Is that a propeller?
I thought you were kidding!
Someone had not just the crazy idea to combine a plane and a car, but the crazy genius to actually construct it. And while you can whip around on the freeway in style in this classy-looking car, tucked away inside is your ticket onto an airfield, a massive set of wings, and a crazy high canopy. Hit the gas down the airstrip and see a scene straight out of science fiction. A real flying car. What? Look at that. That's unreal. With a price tag of $96,000, the Maverick might be a little on the expensive side for a car, but it's on the very cheap side for a plane. Honestly, it seems like the ultimate Uber ride. You can avoid all the traffic, turning plenty of heads all the while. Landspeeder. As colorful and deep as the internet can be, it's easy to lose sight of how cool some of the stuff you can find online is until you stumble across something really mind-blowing. Well, the Landspeeder is definitely one thing that could stir that appreciation in you. Plucked straight out of the alien worlds of Star Wars, the Landspeeder was hand-dreamed and designed by none other than a YouTuber, the imaginative engineer Colin Firth. Originally coming from nothing more than the body of a stripped-down golf cart, Colin has custom-fitted pieces of sheet metal, fiberglass, and other materials to make the iconic outer body of Luke Skywalker's original vehicle from the first films. Made to be pretty close to scale, the Landspeeder measures over 12 feet long and weighs just over 1,000 pounds, which makes it all the more impressive to hear that this heavy contraption can reach speeds of more than 40 miles per hour on the highway. Not sure how fast the real Landspeeder might have gone, but that's a lot faster than most things on a desert planet could probably move. At the end of the day, it goes to show that with some inspiration and a bit of hard work and determination, you can accomplish even the most out there seeming dreams you can think of. Batmobile. Of all the fictional cars out there, the Batmobile is arguably the most famous and realistically one of the best. However, what better way to make something that's cool in fiction even cooler than by actually making it in real life?
That escalated quickly.
That's where Zach Miachlovic started his own superhero journey. Inspired by the 1980s iteration of the big screen Batmobile, Zach, along with the help of his grandfather, got to work constructing as close to a copy as they could muster. While there are 9 other replicas of this version of the Batmobile in existence, Zach boasts owning the only one that's not only drivable, but legally able to be driven, which allows for some seriously awesome trips around town. Plus, if you've ever wanted to, you could even use it to make homemade s'mores. Honestly, I don't think I've ever seen a more unique